What's up, guys? Mike, Downtown Vapes. Today, this video, it's gonna be a different video. It's not gonna be, a juice review. It's not gonna be a mod review, an unboxing, what I'm doing. None of that. This video is a lot more serious. It's about the FDA rules and regulations that, about a month ago, a little less, they came out with, kind of to, I guess, show their authority, if you want to say. On the 24th last month of April, they released a NBC article. Well, it was on NBC, rather. And it pretty much, at first glance, it essentially, just showed some things that may or may not look too bad. But the problem is, it's a lot worse than a lot of people think. It's not just, oh, here's some things that you may or may not do. Just do them, you'll be good. That's not it at all. Before I get started any further, the link to this article from NBC will be down in the description. As well, all the links that I'm going to be talking about will be down in the description. Please check them out. Make sure you guys keep up to date on this. Alright, so pretty much, at first, essentially what the article was saying is that the ban is pretty much going to prohibit sales to minors under the age of 18, which, a lot of people are like, alright, that's not too bad, because you got to be 19 to smoke cigarettes anyway, so, vaping under the age of 18, that's perfectly fine. And that big tobacco, or big juice companies are going to have to include a list of chemicals, ingredients of what's in their juices, which, again, is not that bad. Me personally, that doesn't affect me really, whatever. So a lot of people are going to see that and think it's not too bad. Then you keep reading, and this is a direct quote off of the article that says, flavors such as strawberry and thin mint make it clear the products are being aimed towards children, teens, and young adults. I didn't know we were trying to get 5-year-olds to vape, but I guess now we are. Hamburg, the person who said the quote, they're an easy way for kids to take up nicotine habit and then go onto cigarettes and other tobacco products that we know carry very serious risks. So would that mean that by making root beer, is that aiming towards kids to become alcoholics? I don't understand what they're trying to say. It's almost like they're just... It's not almost, it is. It's like... I'm trying to think. I don't understand what they think they're going to accomplish by this. But, like I said, at first glance, it doesn't look too bad. But then you read something like that, and you're just like, what the hell? Like, where did that come from? We're not, it's not like the people out at OKC Vapes are sitting around a table thinking, what can we do to get more 5-year-olds to vape? It's not like the people in Mad Vapes are saying, that mod doesn't look cool enough for a 10-year-old to start using, we got to start doing that. And besides, what 10-year-old is going to have the ability to go on a computer, order a mod, order juice, put it together, and use it? Like, I understand that, the children now are getting more and more tech savvy, whatever, but that's a bit of a stretch to be able to say that they're going to be able to operate this, know, how the firing mechanism works, know how to take care of the addy to make sure everything's, good to go, and just do this. I think that's a bit, retarded, if you ask me. But, I mean, that's just me. Like, this all comes down to just people being stupid when it comes to vaping, people not knowing what it is. I have so many people at my job, my friends or family who don't see me on a constant basis vaping. They're just like, isn't that bad for you? Isn't that essentially just an expensive version of a cigarette that's going to kill you? No, it's not at all. It's a safe alternate to help you quit. It's a safe alternative that is way better and nowhere near as bad as a cigarette. It's nothing compared to a cigarette. And it's people like that that this whole bullshit with the FDA started. If it wasn't for that, none of this would have happened. None, I mean, yeah, I'm sure it would have happened, but this is just ridiculous. Like, all right, so pretty much getting off topic here. So yeah, the link was posted on April 24th. Um, and a lot of people should do some research on it. Get out, look just on YouTube. Grim Green especially. I'm not trying to promote or anything, but if you look at his video from, I believe it was, where is it? His video from was about the same time. It wasn't one of his vlog videos. It was a separate video. It just says FDA rules. I'll find that and try to put that link in the description as well. Pretty much, it just sets forth what I just said about how, at first glance it doesn't look too bad, but then he goes into detail and explains what is really bad about it. He references a article by Greg Connolly, pretty much summarizing the article, and when you actually get down and look at it and think about what they're trying to do, it's horrible. What they're saying is, just as a rough quote off the top of my head, if, let's say, you like ordering from MedVapes, well, if this were to go into effect, after 2 years of the bill, whatever you want to call it, going into effect, any company that wants to put out a new mod, a new addy, a new juice, whatever, can't just say, and a lot of you are probably going to think, I'm just saying exactly what Grim Green is saying, but I'm not. I'm just putting it in terms that I would know best. And, that's how he said it, so that it's going to sound similar, but I mean, a lot of people who make videos are going to sound the same just because it's the same stuff that needs to be said. So pretty much, let's say someone comes out with a new mod, and you can't just say, okay, here it is, design team makes it, they market it, they start selling, start shipping it. If this gets put into effect as it is right now, it's not going to work like that anymore. You're going to have to pay so much money to get the FDA to approve it. You're going to have to pay so much money to, have this. It's not going to be a simple process anymore. It's going to be a long, lengthy, and expensive process. And a lot of people, a lot of non-big companies, like the small mom and pop businesses, stuff like that, like the little corner stores that decide to open up a vape store, sell juice, sell, some cardos, stuff like that, they're going to go out of business. People who want to start selling juices, they're going to go out of business because they can't afford these $1,000 charges just to say, hey, FDA. And the best part, it might not get approved. Me and my friend could sit in his kitchen, mix up a juice, think, oh my god, it's amazing, let's sell this. Doesn't work like that. We would have to, as possible vendors of a juice, we would have to pay so much money in fees and applications to get the FDA to try this product out. And the best part, they might not say yes. They could just say, nah, you know what, it doesn't fit the regulations, so we're not going to allow you to put it out. Then what? Then you're out a couple $1,000 and you don't have any product to show for it. So that's going to take a toll on a lot of people. Like a lot of companies that rely on just putting out juice, it's not going to work. One of the videos I watched of Grim Green, which if you want to stay up to date, I know just watching his videos alone, he talks about how some people are almost getting pissed at him the way he decides to do his videos, but I personally haven't liked them. They're great. His videos are great, and he's up to date with everything that is going on in the vape community. He talks about very relevant and important things that need to be said that some people are almost like, oh, if I ignore it, it'll go away. It's not gonna go away. This is the FDA. This is the government. The government's not just gonna say, you know what, they don't like it. They're not paying attention, so it must be bad. Let's not do it. It's not gonna happen. Never in the history of humanity has that happened. Ever. Like, he you know, he even said it himself. As a business owner, as the owner of Namber Juice, he even said it's gonna suck. He said it that he can't just sit there and do nothing because this affects him a lot. This affects him a lot more than me who just vapes. He puts out the vape. You know, he makes what is being vaped by the vape community as a whole. So if something like this were to go into effect, I don't want to say he's screwed, but he knows it. A lot of other owners know it. They're in trouble. They're, needless to say, they're up shit creek without a paddle. Like it's bad. Um, so yeah, like I said, you can go to his link, um, where he talks about it. He actually references the Greg Connolly article. I'll have that link. So a lot of people think, what can we do? What is there to do? Like I said, it's the government, so it's almost like we can't do anything. That's not true at all. We can do something. I was watching one of his videos last night, and he referenced something about a 75-day period, which is pretty much a period that was set forth by the FDA to listen and to see what the people think. And you can write letters, you can do all these things. The thing that I recommend everybody do right now, it takes no more, I'm not even kidding, than 30 seconds. Join the CASAA call to action. They just released a few weeks ago, I think, about a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago. They released their the first official call to action in towards the FDA's new proposals. So pretty much, they just released it, and what you can do, go to CASAA.org, again, link in the description, and all you have to do, you go to the top tab, you hit Get Involved, there's a drop-down menu, you hit Become a Member, sign up. You fill your name, your address, your email address, and the state that you want, and you can select any state. I selected my state because if it was up, if honestly, if I didn't think I'd be getting emails every 30 seconds, I would have clicked all the states. But because, I don't want to, not that I want to go full force into it, I don't want my phone crashing every couple days from excessive emails coming in. I clicked my state. You can do the same thing. You can click, hell, you can click the states around you for all I know. It's up to you. You could literally pick what you want to be emailed to you about what. It's that simple. The more people that join this organization, the more people that join in, the better chance we have. You know, it looks a hell of a lot better for 150 people to be joining this group, even if God forbid we were not get anything done. It looks a hell of a lot better than if it's like 4 or 5 people and they're just like, oh, whatever. Just join. It takes no effort. It takes no money, no nothing. Just join. They just released their video. They just released their argument in reference like what they plan to do, what could be done. Um, what else? Yeah, join CASAA. It it's seriously, it's one of the best things that you could do right now if you really do want to help your community, as I really do, as Grim Green, as I'm sure his wife Amber, as Phil Basardo, as all the people on YouTube that you love to watch. If this happens, and believe me, this is happening, that might not be a thing anymore. You might not be able to say, I'm thinking about buying this mod. Let me go on YouTube and do some research. It's not going to be that simple anymore. Because, if it starts with this, who's to say that price points won't start going up? He actually, 3 weeks ago, he posted a video, just a normal vlog, daily, talked about some vape stuff, talked about whatever, and the last maybe 5 minutes, he kind of went on a rant, which he's been doing more and more, right? Which I personally applaud him for, because it needs to be done. Someone needs to be doing it. And he pretty much talked about the FDA and big tobacco companies. And what it looks like is that the FDA is almost trying to hand vaping over to big tobacco companies, meaning that, let's say 10 years happens, fast forward 10 years, companies like, Marlboro or Camel or all those type of cigarette companies, if they own vaping, if vaping is strictly theirs, then this is gone. That, gone. Shit like drip tips, gone. It all goes away. And what you're left with is this. This little Enjoy King, this blue, that's all you're going to be left with. You're not going to have variable wattage and variable voltage and drippers and tanks and addies and cardos and 18650 batteries and pass-throughs, and none of that is going to be a thing anymore. It's this and this. That's it. So guys, I can't say this enough. Please join the CASAA call to action. It takes 30 seconds of your time, and you're doing a lot, and I mean a lot, of good for your community, for, vaping as a whole. You're doing a lot to help. One last thing. In one of his videos, one of his more recent vlogs, he talked about somebody sent him a link for a documentary on the FDA. And I'm not saying go watch it. I haven't had a chance to watch it. I just thought it was interesting. I skimmed through it and I picked up some points that I thought were really good. And I recommend that people watch it just to see that the FDA truly doesn't know what they're doing. What it says here, it's pretty much a link, a documentary rather, on the FDA about medicine, stuff like that, and how they're planning on banning this, that, and the third when it shouldn't be banned, or when it just shows that they just want to get something done, whether it makes sense, whether it should be done, whether it's even an issue, and they just do it just because they can. And that's scary, to say the least, because it's something that, I've been vaping for going on 4 years now, 3 years now, rather, I should say. And I love it. I love the fact that I just love the ability to vape, just vaping. I just love the idea of it. I love being able to do it, and a lot of people do too. A lot more people are just picking up vaping because it's, whether it's a hobby for them or they're trying to kick the habit of cigarettes, more and more people are doing it. In that video from 3 weeks ago that I said, Grim was talking about, like, he had that rant towards the end of his vlog. He talked about how it almost seems like the FDA is trying to hand vaping over to big tobacco companies, like I had said. What he said, and I agree with 100%, it almost seems like big tobacco companies are trying to, or FDA rather, is trying to corner the market for it's like they're trying to corner the market. So we have nothing better. We can't do anything else besides vape. You know, Enjoy Kings and Blue and all those type of things. But what they don't realize, and again, Grimm said this, and I agree 110%. What they don't realize is a lot of people are just gonna up and quit. A lot of people, myself included, there's no way I would be able to go from using something like this on a daily basis to having to use this. I bought this. One day I ran out of juice, and I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna buy a pack of cigarettes, obviously. I'm gonna go buy one of these. So I went, bought this. It was about the price of a pack of cigarettes for this little thing. And these things are supposed to last, I think, 2 packs, something like that. I killed this in about an hour and a half. I bought this at 1 o'clock. I left for work at 3. By 2:45, it was dead. An hour and 45 minutes it took me to kill this, which supposedly is 2 packs of cigarettes. But I vaped this like I vaped this. This is shit. This is good. Shit, good. Shit, good. You get what I'm trying to say? If the FDA is successful in handing vaping over to big tobacco companies, we're fucked. And as dark and evil as that sounds, it's the truth. You know, we're not gonna, like I was saying, a lot of people aren't gonna wanna. They're like, you know, me. They're not gonna want to go back to stuff like that because, one, it's gonna be expensive as all hell. You know, I can literally spend $40 on juice, and I'll be good for a month and a half. I won't have to worry about anything. It's great, but if I have to go back to buying stuff like that, I'm gonna be buying little Ecigs or vapes, if they're gonna be calling them that. I'm gonna be buying them 4 or 5 times a day. That's like $35 a day, you know, and that's on the low end. It's probably a hell of a lot more money than that. So guys, please, 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 please join CASAA. Sign up. It takes 30 seconds of your time. Stay active. Stay up to date. I don't know what else to say. You know, if I miss something, if I completely botched something, if I'm wrong in what I said, let me know. Rip me a new one in the comment section below. Let me know. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment below. Email me. Direct message me on YouTube. Whatever. You know, just get active. Don't just sit there. Something needs to be done, and it needs to be done now. That's about it. A couple weeks ago, I took a picture on my Instagram page. If you follow me, about a Addy I had just gotten, and I was planning on doing a video a few days later, but then this all happened, and that all took a back seat. I wanted to get this out. I literally have been. I mean, I have an entire page of notes here that needed to be said. Probably later today, I'm going to be shooting a collab video with my friend George, who's going to be joining me on the channel, shooting some videos, stuff like that. Probably going to do a collab video with him. But like I said, everything that I wanted to do took a backseat to this. This needed to be done first. You know, and I'm not trying to sound, I'm not trying to sound like a conspiracy theorist or anything like that. I'm saying the truth. I'm saying what a lot of people don't want to be said. I'm saying what a lot of people don't want to believe. But it's the truth. It's happening, and, you gotta get on it. Alright, guys. It's Mike, Downtown Vapes. I'll catch you guys next time.